In yesterday's episode, we were talking about me setting boundaries. Well, I felt so badly that I started to question myself and whether or not I was doing the right thing. Then I had to offer myself some compassion. And what that says is, am I treating myself with the same level of care and kindness that I would treat another person? So then I had to say to self, yes, you did the right thing. You needed to set boundaries or people are just going to run roughshod all over you. So in that same vein, menopause hotties, whether you're in your 30s, your 40s, 50s, and beyond, let's get into talking about practicing self-compassion. So in practicing self-compassion, I have 5 tips. So the first tip is self-care. And I know that we've been in this whole self-care, take care of yourself era, literally. And then we talk about self-care is going to get your nails polished or going to get a massage. That's self-maintenance, okay? There's a difference between self-care and self-maintenance. Self-maintenance says, I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to go get acupuncture. Those things are self-maintenance. Self-care is exercising, sleeping, eating whole food, not at the store whole foods, but eating whole, complete vegetables, and meat if you eat meat, eating good, solid food. That's self-care, just taking care of yourself. Practicing good hygiene. Sometimes I just want to come home and just take a scrubbing bath, exfoliate everything. That is self-care. And it's so important. So when you're practicing kindness, are those things that you would say to a good girlfriend? Why, yes, they are. Positive self-talk. If you wouldn't say something unkind, you know what? I'm about to get my tripod. I'm going to have to splice and dice, but it's okay. Where did we leave off? Positive self-talk. So things that you would say to someone if you're trying to encourage, if you're trying to make sure that they are feeling good about themselves, that's how you're going to talk to yourself and talk about yourself, even to others. So if we are practicing compassion and somebody calls and says, hey, I didn't like the way you did X, Y, and Z. Well, you tell them, well, I appreciate you telling me that. However, I wanted to do A, B, and C. And I like the way that I did A, B, and C. Positive self-talk. Forgive yourself. So once you've spoken positively to and about yourself, forgive yourself, because listen, we are all going to do things that are contrary to what others would like for us to do, that are going to be even contrary to what we would normally do. So it is going to sometimes feel like we're scratching our own soul, per se. And at a point, we have to learn to say, you know what? It's okay. Forgive yourself and move on. You have to release the guilt, the anger, all of that. What is the saying? You know, even when you're wanting to get revenge on somebody, that you're drinking a poison, you're giving yourself a poison that's going to kill you. It ain't killing the other person. So you have to release that guilt, the shame, the anger, because all of that, again, these are things that you would say to a good girlfriend or a good guy friend. And it's all about self-compassion. As you are learning to forgive yourself and speaking positive self-talk to yourself, journal. I encourage you to journal. Shameless plug. Hey, I'm Myra, the Menopause Wellness Coach. And if you go to Amazon, there is a journal that I created. It says 100 Ways to 100 Days of Wellness. I will have the link in the description. And if I can figure out how to splice this video, I will show you a copy of it. I think I have some copies somewhere. I'll look for it, and then I'll try and splice the video and show you. Journaling helps to increase, or it electrifies those neural synapses, so that hand-eye brain coordination or correlation, it really is imperative and important, because it releases whatever is in you, it comes out. And when you're writing stuff down on paper and you have the time to just even go back and reread it, it really shows and provides you with some epiphanies. And then I struggle with people who say, oh, I don't have time to journal. I don't have time for self-care, or I don't have time. You don't have time to live and take care of yourself. So with that, you're telling me right off the bat, you don't like yourself. You're angry with yourself. You have no reason to care about self. So it is so imperative that you take time. I journal probably every day. It may not be long journal entries, but I journal. I take the time to talk about how I feel, how I made others feel, because they're gonna tell you. You know, you make somebody feel good, they're gonna tell you, oh, that was a nice thing that you did for me today. It makes you feel good. And as I had someone say to me the other day that, you know, they were having some kind of hormone imbalance, I promise you, the serotonin, the dopamine, all of those good, happy hormones that you need, I promise, journaling helps you to get the things out that are negative and provide you with the things that are positive. And then the last thing is practicing mindfulness. And then a lot of times people hear the word mindfulness and they're going to practice yoga and meditation. Okay. And it is. That is what it is. So you are taking the time to connect with yourself, to your higher calling, your higher being, to your God, whatever you want to say. Mindfulness is the art of just being present with self and your higher power. Being mindful is being present in the moment, because we can't control 10 minutes from now. We just can't. So the only thing we can control is right now. And so to be present and absent from everything else that is not serving you or doing you any good. Okay, so let's do a recap. So after you set these boundaries and you feel like you scratched your soul because that's not what you're used to doing, hey, guess what? We're going to practice mindfulness. We're going to do some journaling. We're going to forgive ourselves. We're going to have practice positive self-talk, and we are going to indulge in self-care. All right. So if you have any questions, leave me a message. I encourage messages. I like messages. I like to respond to nice things. If you have something nasty to say, I wouldn't do it. But you are who you are. All right. So have the day that you deserve.